Eileen Clarke has resigned as Manitoba's Indigenous and Northern Affairs Minister and is now out of cabinet 1 week after Premier Brian Pallister made controversial comments on the topic of colonial history.
People who came here to this country before it was a country and since didn't come here to destroy anything. They came here to build.
Clarke was first elected as the PCMLA for Agassiz in 2016 and named Manitoba's Indigenous Relations Minister that same year. She was re-elected in 2019 and remained as Minister of Indigenous Relations.
Anyone who's coming into cabinet needs to ask the question, do they agree with Mr. Pallister's comments, his racist comments on Indigenous people? And do they support Minister Clarke in distancing herself from those comments?
Premier Pallister repeatedly saying Wednesday at a press conference he stands by his comments made on colonial history last week. He also addressed Clarke's resignation.
I'm tremendously appreciative of her work, and I'll never stop loving Eileen Clarke. Cabinet ministers, like all of us, have the opportunity to decide on their own future, and I respect those decisions. And I respect Eileen's decision.
Do you feel you have the full backing of Cabinet and caucus right now?
Yes.
Why do you say that?
Because I do.
University of Manitoba Native Studies professor Negan Sinclair says he isn't surprised with the news of Clarke stepping down. He says the comments made by Pallister 1 week ago is part of a pattern of past comments made by Manitoba's premier.
I mean, this premier is so deeply ignorant to the point of you wonder if he listens or reads or talks to anyone who has any expertise in this area.
Spokesperson for Treaty One Nation Chief Dennis Meach is providing a statement on this matter. It is very unfortunate that the approach and comments of the Premier towards First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples have made Ms. Clarke's job intolerable, but it is indicative of the poor relationship that the Premier has with the original and treaty peoples of Manitoba. Canoe says it's not going to be easy to move reconciliation forward with Pallister's government.
You really wish we had a provincial partner who could play a leading role in reconciliation rather than being such a great setback to reconciliation.
Premier Pallister will be announcing new cabinet ministers Thursday morning. In Winnipeg, Alex Karpa, City News.